Stress is an inevitable part of everyone's life. But what if I were to tell you that it's not really about how your body feeds off the stress that's important, more than it is how you feed your stress? I'm Thomas Edwards, creator and author of The One-Up Effect, helping high-performing professionals who have families have fun becoming their most complete self through purpose, play, passion, and performance. In this video, I'm going to share with you the reasons why you might have high anxiety, how to lower it, and how to mitigate a lot of the stress that you experience in your life. Your body and your nervous system is designed to respond to stress or threats. And in today's world, a lot of that stress and a lot of those threats are typically fear-induced or fear-sourced. And the more we take it on, the harder it is for us to enjoy life. And if we are able to maintain these high sympathetic states that really heighten our nervous system and heighten our anxiety, it can make it very difficult for us to live a peaceful, easeful, and joyous life, simply because the amount of energy that's required to bring our anxiety levels down can actually attribute to burnout. So oftentimes we think about, okay, well, how am I responding to this stress? What's my behavior? And while this is a great first place to start, it doesn't really reveal the whole solution. The behavior is really just the symptom at the end of the day. This is how your body's reacting to the stress, but what is the source of the stress? This is a place where not a lot of people really pay attention to. And so I'm going to share with you 3 places where you could be actually harming your nervous system due to the amount of overload that you're giving it through these 3 sources. Source number 1, the media. Any type of media. It could be the news, it could be social media, it could be video games, it could be Netflix, but what you're taking in will determine your stress response and how high or low your nervous system is. If you are someone who likes to watch a lot of violence, or you love to watch drama happen in the news, or you love to watch other people's drama, then your body is going to get used to that high level, so much so that you're going to think at some point that watching that kind of information and that media is comforting to you. But what is happening inside is that it's just maintaining a high level of anxiety. Most notably, social media is a great place where we look to channel our comparative mind, where we're constantly comparing ourselves to other people and sizing them up with how we're living. And studies have actually shown that our self-esteem lowers the more that we're on social media, but we don't actually pay attention to the fact that that is also true to most media that we consume. The more news we consume, the lower our self-esteem. The more TV we watch, the lower our self-esteem. Even certain video games that you play, the more you play it, the lower your self-esteem. And so media does play a big role in terms of how much anxiety that you get to carry around in your life. The second source is uncontrollable issues that take place in the world and in your life. We oftentimes try to change circumstances that are outside of our control, and studies have shown that we spent most of our time trying to change circumstances that we actually have no control over. And this is one of the key reasons why we live unhappily. But this is also a key source of our greatest anxiety, for fear that if we don't control these things, then it won't allow us to move ahead in life or live the kind of life that we want. Source number 3, complaining. You may not be where you are right now in your life, but complaining and getting into the drama of you not getting to the place of where you want, not having what you want, seeing what other people have, and constantly being in the throes of what you don't have creates more anxiety and elevates your nervous system. Over time, once again, complaining just becomes your way of being. It becomes something that almost feels cathartic and comfortable and soothing for you because it's something that you're used to doing all the time. But the truth is, all it is elevating and maintaining a high level of anxiety in your life. So with these 3 sources, I'm going to share with you the one solution that can really help lower your anxiety almost instantly if you allow it. And that is to lower your exposure to each of these three things. Lower your exposure to all different types of media, from the news to social media, or even diversifying the exposure. Instead of watching one particular genre that you know is going to elevate your anxiety or your nervous system, to watch something a little bit softer. For me personally, I went from watching shows like Jack Ryan to then watching baking shows, because baking shows tend to be more calmer, more soothing on my nervous system and lowers my anxiety, particularly before bed. If you're someone who happens to be really wrapped up in things that you can't control, practicing the art of surrender will lower your exposure to seeing those things that you can't control and letting them go, and really only focusing on what you can control, which ultimately at the end of the day is your attitude and your effort. Instead of focusing on less complaining, you actually increase the amount of gratitude. And so instead of focusing on what you don't want or don't have, you focus on what you do want and you do have. And that actually lowers your anxiety levels. Studies have actually shown that when you practice more gratitude, it actually lowers your blood pressure, lowers anxiety levels, and it actually calms your nervous system. Well, this is what I think. Comment below, let me know what you think. How do you find ways to lower your anxiety? Do you feel like your exposure to these three sources are really high now that you're kind of aware of it? And do you feel like it attributes to your high anxiety levels? Comment below, let me know what you think. Please like, subscribe, hit that bell, get notified when we put out videos, which happen almost every single day. And if you found this video interesting or inspiring, please share it with someone who might find it interesting or inspiring too. I'd love to hear what they have to say and get them in the conversation. And if you want to learn the exact process and science behind leveling up all areas of your life, including health, wealth, self, marriage, have fun, and not have to worry about sacrificing personal happiness or professional ambition, you can go to thomasedwardsjr.com. Once again, this is Thomas Edwards reminding you to make life a game that you can win and have fun playing. Until next time, I'll see you around.